Mom, please let me in. Why did you lock the door on me? I can't get into the house. It's freezing outside. I'm begging you. You're not coming in, Madeline. I'm not letting you. Don't think that your brother can help you because he can't, so quit fussing. Mason's gone for a few days to train at his hospital. He's off studying and working hard to earn his license. Until he comes back, you better be out of here. I don't want a failure inside of my house. Why are you doing this to me, Mom? I didn't do anything wrong, did I? Of course you did something wrong. You did everything wrong. You're an unremarkable idiot. You have no talent, smarts, nothing. You're turning 18 soon. You're an adult, so I don't need to keep you inside my house anymore. Well, I guess it's time. I gave you so many chances to do better, Madeline, and you're still so incompetent compared to your brother. Goodbye. Mom, wait! It's true that I can't study like my brother can. I've always been mediocre in school. Mason is training to be a doctor right now, and he's giving it his all to get his license, and of course I think that's amazing of him. But that doesn't mean you can just lock me outside and force me to leave. Are you in your right mind, Mom? This isn't normal at all. Shut up already. Quit complaining. You're useless. You've done nothing for our family. We don't need you. You're a stupid child. You only have the brains to do housework and chores, not to mention how ugly you are. You're a failure and you shame our family. Unlike your brother, who's a doctor, you fail at everything we try to make you do. I don't have the patience to wait for you anymore. Mom, you're doing the wrong thing. You can't just leave me here. I said shut up! The only thing you're good at is talking back to me, isn't it? Can't you at least be good at shutting your mouth once in a while? Ugh. Even though you're my child, you're not cute at all. But I'm no monster either. I'm not evil, so I've decided to hand you over to my brother and his wife. I've already explained to them about what's happening. I'm going to live at Uncle David's house from now on? Why are you okay with this, Mom? Yes, you are. You're no longer my child, you see. I don't claim you. I never wanted to. Well, look, it's already midnight, so I doubt that there are any trains left to head to his house, but, try your best to get there, okay? I don't need an incompetent loser as my child. I'm cutting ties with you, so pick your feet up and get away from me already. I get it. I wish you well. Thank you for everything, Mom. Don't ever show yourself in front of me again, you dim-witted failure!
Madeline, where did you go? I'm worried sick about you. I came home and you're nowhere to be found.
Mason? I haven't seen you in so long. Have you heard from Mom yet?
Yeah, all I heard from her was that you left our house while I was gone. What happened? Did you get into a fight with her? You're still a high school girl, Madeline. It's so dangerous out there alone. I know that you're sick of Mom, but what are you doing?
Don't worry so much, Mason. Our uncle is going to take care of me now. Mom sent me to his house. I didn't have a choice. She won't let me go back home. It's not like I ran away from home with nowhere to go. Trust me, if I could, I would still choose to live in the same house as you, Mason.
I see. You're at Uncle David's house. I can't say I'm surprised that Mom did this to you. I mean, from how things were going with you and her. I'm so sorry, Madeline. I couldn't help you. I'm a terrible brother. I need to be better. I wish I could have somehow prevented this. But I'm glad to know you're with Uncle David and Mrs. Shelby. They've been caring about us deeply for our whole lives, so I know you're in good hands. They'll take care of you, much better than how our parents have. I know that for sure. He'll feed you and he won't ever hit you, unlike what our mother did to us. I trust them more than I do our own parents.
Mason, it's not your fault, okay? Don't worry too much about me. Hearing you talk about our uncle makes me realize I'll probably be better off there than with Mom. That makes me think, why don't you get out of that house too? Isn't it perfect timing? You're going to be a doctor soon anyway. What's stopping you?
No, Madeline. If I do that, you'll get the worst of it. Mom will punish you for what I did. That's what she's always done to you. On top of that, until I become a doctor and start living on my own, it's better to utilize the resources I have right now. I should avoid paying rent and bills until I really have to be by myself. So, until I can settle down, I intend to stay at the house with Mom.
I understand. Just don't deal with your stress alone, okay? Get help when you need it. Remember, your life is your own, okay, Mason? Not Mom's.
Thanks, Madeline. I hope you find happiness. I'm wishing the best for you.
Madeline, hi. I haven't talked to you in so long. I'm sorry I didn't keep in touch for a while. I hope you understand that I was super busy these past years. It's been 9 years, Helen. It's been more than a while. Oh my gosh, Madeline, did you forget that you're my daughter? You don't have to call your mother by her real name. Call me Mom, like you always have. That's what a daughter should do. Why are you so formal? We shouldn't act like we're strangers. Uncle David and Miss Shelby have loved me and taken care of me all these years. To me, my real mother is Miss Shelby. Don't say such cold things. I'm your biological mother, your real one. I gave birth to you. Did you forget that? Nothing will be able to change that. Okay, and what do you want from me? Why did you reach out all of a sudden? I heard that you're getting married, aren't you? Congratulations, Madeline. And your husband's a doctor. Oh, how amazing. I'm so proud of you. Where did you hear that? Who told you? Oh, that doesn't matter, does it? What matters is your husband-to-be. You know, I thought you were stupid all along, but I've completely forgotten that you have the option to marry a doctor, not become one. Thank goodness for that. You were getting nowhere with your studies. Now that you have, I don't have a problem with you anymore. I'm giving you my honor of accepting you as my daughter again. That's why I'm reaching out. Sorry, but no, I'm declining your offer. I don't want to be your daughter anymore. Frankly, I don't care about you at all. Wow, to think you haven't changed at all over the years. I'm sick of this. You're still extremely selfish that it blows my mind. Madeline, are you still stuck in the past? Oh, that happened years ago. You shouldn't be bothered about every little thing, you know that? Anyhow, where are you having your wedding? I would love for it to be a beautiful church. Don't forget to invite me, okay? I'm not telling you where we're going to have the wedding, and I'm not inviting you, Helen. You abandoned and cut off ties with me when I was still so young. To me, my real family is Uncle David, Miss Shelby, Mason, and the man that's going to become my husband soon. You're not included. I'll say it again. You're not invited to my wedding. Please never go out of your way to contact me again. The last thing I want is to be talking to you. I see. Well, you're not very obedient, are you? You haven't changed much. Well, I guess it isn't such a big deal anymore. See you later, Madeline. Mason, did you know? Mom knows that I'm getting married. I didn't want her to find out because I figured she would care about my husband being a doctor.
Huh? How could that happen? I didn't say a word to her about it. I haven't really been in touch with her either. I wonder how the information about your wedding reached her. I thought it never could.
I have no idea either, but what's important is that as long as she knows, there's a real possibility of her coming to my wedding. Because of that, I want you to cooperate with me on something. Can I ask for your help?
Of course, Madeline. I'd be happy to help you. I'd do anything to make sure my little sister has the wedding that she wants.
Mason, thank you so much. Madeline, hi! I'm on the train right now, and I've just passed through Sacramento. I'm heading to your wedding, and I wanted to surprise you. I would have never thought you would be getting married at a 5-star hotel in San Francisco. It's perfect! Just what you'd expect from a doctor's bride. Speaking of which, thanks for the wedding invitation. I got it with the help of your brother. He's been very kind to me lately. I'm really glad he's come around. Your wedding coordinators had everything arranged for us. The train, the hotel rooms. Above all, I get to attend such a glamorous wedding. What an ideal daughter. Look at you. You've come such a long way. That's just what I would expect from someone I raised. Oh, by the way, I'm not giving you a wedding gift. It said it was mandatory on your invitation, but I figured because I'm your mother, I don't need to, right? Hello? Is your phone dead? Madeline, why aren't you saying anything to me? You better not have ghosted me. Just give me a response. That's weird. I haven't heard from your brother either. He said he was going to the restroom, but he isn't coming back to his seat. I wonder where he is. Mason, why aren't you back in your seat yet? Are you doing okay in the restroom? What's going on with you? This is our first chance to go to a wedding together. Your sister's getting married today. It's important. We talked and planned about this for so long. Plus, you invited me to the wedding to apologize for our fight, right? I know you want to make it up to me, son, so you better come back. Did you get that? Can you see my messages, Mason? Give me an answer, please. Don't leave me hanging. Madeline, you better answer me right now. Tell me what's going on. Something is seriously wrong. What happened to the wedding? Did it get canceled? And where the hell are you right now? Huh? The wedding already ended. You won't believe how perfect it was. Where I am right now, I'm heading back to Las Vegas to attend the reception ceremony. What? Your dad and I are in San Francisco. There has to be a misunderstanding. First off, I wasn't able to meet your brother again after he left his seat on the train. Afterwards, we went to the hotel like the map had said on the invitation. Turns out a room was reserved for us, but there isn't anything else that's happening here. You better explain yourself right now, Madeline. We were waiting in the hotel for somebody to guide us or give us instructions. Now look at the time. No one's come to fetch us. When we hurried and checked with the people at the front desk, they said there's not one reservation for a wedding going on at the hotel. Nothing. Oh my God, I seriously can't believe it took you that long to notice. How could you be so oblivious? You never fail to amaze me, Helen. Oh, do you want to know where Mason went? Oh, don't worry, he already attended the wedding ceremony, although he had to rush to get there. You see, he almost didn't make it because he had to fly all the way from Sacramento to Las Vegas. He flew from Sacramento? I saw him disappear mid-train ride, and that's because he stepped off without me knowing? He just left me there? Yep, now you got it. He told me he grabbed some lunch on the way back. He was hungry for a steak, apparently. I don't understand. Why would you guys do this to me? How could you trick and betray me? Why did your invitation say the wedding was in San Francisco? So that was a lie all along? Yeah, it's my gift to you, Helen, to show my respect to you as a parent and how much I appreciate what you did for me all these years. You know, berating me for how I'm not smart or pretty enough and completely abandoning me. I hope you enjoy your time together at the hotel in San Francisco. I also paid for the train fees, so you've got nothing to worry about. Have a safe journey back home. Keep in mind that I haven't paid for anything other than that, so be prepared to get your wallets out. Are you saying that you actually knew we would be going to your wedding ceremony beforehand and led us to a completely different place? Yes, that was the plan. You tricked me! You've got to be kidding me, Madeline! You provoked your brother into being a part of your wicked plan, and you had the nerve to actually deceive me! How could you? I'm your mother. I gave birth to you, and this is what you do to me? You ungrateful monster! You should be thanking me instead! I really do wonder why you want to attend my wedding so badly. To me, that's even stranger. Your motives behind this are incomprehensible. It's only natural that I come to your wedding to congratulate my daughter for her marriage. Isn't it obvious? I don't understand why you wouldn't get that. If that's so, then how did you even know I was getting married, or who I was getting married to? It wasn't hard at all. It's those rumors going around that made me know about it. You became a nurse and you met a doctor at the hospital you worked at. Not just any doctor, but the son of the hospital chief. Those types of rumors spread around so quickly, it's very common to hear them all the time. You're a terrible liar, Helen. You really haven't changed at all, have you? I already know everything. You got help from a private detective agency and had a full-blown investigation done on me without my knowledge. That's when I saw you following my every move. At first, I couldn't believe you were stalking me, but then I grew more suspicious of you. So I decided to hire a private investigator as well. You were hiring professionals to stalk me, so I did the same. It's better to be safe than sorry. I can't believe you found out about it. I thought you never did because you didn't confront me about it. Oh, I did notice, and it was such a nuisance. Did you know how hard I had to work so that you wouldn't know where the actual wedding ceremony would be held at? I was walking on eggshells for so long. I'm incredibly lucky to meet the man that I love and to start a happy life with him. So please don't continue to bother me one bit. That's all I needed to say to you today. From now on, don't ever talk to me, and don't even think about stepping foot near me again. Hang on, Madeline. Oh, just wait a minute. Have you forgotten that I'm your mother? Why do you think you can treat me this badly? Hurry up and respond to me already, or else. Mason, why did you trick us? How could you do something like that? It's awful, the things you did. You have to tell me why you did this. After all, I bet your evil sister threatened you to be part of her plan. That's the only way this could have happened. Mason? Oh, my poor son, I promise I'm not mad at you. Please, could you just tell the truth to your mother?
Okay, fine. I want to tell you in person, so why don't you come home? If you go to the train station, you can change your tickets to an earlier time. That way you won't have to pay extra.
What? No thanks. I'm at a 5-star hotel in San Francisco. I'm not going home anytime soon. After all the things I've been through today, I just need a break tonight. Can't you just message me about it?
Then you should accept your stay at that resort as a gift from Madeline. It turned out to be a nice surprise, didn't it? You should be thankful for it. Sure, your daughter may have made your relationship a little rockier, but she did something kind for you.
No. You're thinking about this all wrong. No way Madeline has done something kind for me. She's done an awful thing to me. I mean, did she have to go that far to keep her parents from attending her wedding? I have to ask, why did you go along with her plan, Mason?
Because you would have accepted the wedding invitation if it came from me. You trust me more than you trust Madeline. It's the only way it would have worked.
Of course I would have believed you. You're my son. It was also important to me because I thought you gave me that invitation to make up for our big fight. I thought you were apologizing to fix our relationship.
Oh, you thought I was trying to apologize to you after everything that happened with you and Madeline? I'll tell you this, I will never forgive you for what you and Dad have done. Ever! I'm cutting ties with you. It's over. I already told you in the past that I have no intention of living with you guys anymore. I'm independent now. I have a wife and children. As a husband, it's my duty to protect my family. It's the most important job I have.
What do you mean you have to protect them? You're talking about it like we're going to cause your wife and children harm. That's a strange way to word it, isn't it? Is that what you really meant?
Wake up, Mom. It's not strange at all. You belittled my wife for not having attended university, saying her educational background isn't good enough. You even said that she's a gold digger that's after my money because of my career as a doctor. I can't let a person like you who says those things without hesitation or remorse come anywhere near my wife.
You don't understand, Mason. I did that for you. I gave your wife a warning to keep her in check so that she wouldn't harm you in any way.
It doesn't matter. Who asked you to do that for me? Nobody. Are you really going to do the same things you did to Madeline, to my wife? Are you going to put her through hell too? Are you going to throw her unfinished food at her or treat her like a slave and make her do chores all day? Lock her in the closet when you're not pleased with anything she does? I already know you're capable of doing horrible things like that.
It's all Madeline's fault that I did those things to her. I'm not in the wrong here. If your wife does things properly, unlike your sister, I won't lay a hand on her. In fact, I wouldn't have a problem with her at all.
You can't be serious. Quit trying to justify abuse just because you think it's okay, because it's not, no matter how you look at it. All these years I've been so frustrated about how I couldn't change you and the way you treated Madeline. All I could do is stand there and do what you say. You and Dad always told me to be a doctor. You wouldn't allow any other option. Ever since I was in elementary school, you'd make me stay inside and study or go see my tutor. Always one or the other. You never took me out to play at the park or to go see a movie on the weekends. Never. You took my childhood away. If I got even one answer wrong on my test, you wouldn't feed me for a whole day. If you were in the mood, you'd resort to beating me. All I could do was obey your every command. That's what a controlling and obsessive mother like you made me do.
I only did those things because I had high expectations for you. You had academic excellence and rigor. I knew you had what it takes to be a doctor. In the end, I was right. Look at yourself now. You're a doctor. The way I raised you was correct all along.
You're right. You prepared a good academic environment for my success. But that's the only good thing you've ever done for me. It's your overconfidence in your parenting skills that have always prevented Child Protective Services from thinking there was abuse in our family.
Huh? I thought you called those services because you wanted more attention from us. I didn't think you were trying to get rescued from abuse in our household.
What the hell? How did you come to that conclusion? I can't believe you're oblivious to all you've done to us. You know, this is why I was relieved when I heard that Uncle David and Mrs. Shelby were going to take care of Madeline. I wanted to protect her. That's also why I promised her that we'd work in the same hospital when she got older. I'd be a doctor while she'd be a nurse. That's the only reason why I was able to stand strong even after I was left on my own. Although I left home, I still had Madeline by my side. If it's what she wants, I don't mind tricking you and Dad at all. I would do anything for her, and I know what you guys put her through.
Those are lies! All lies, Mason. Aren't you on my side? You're my favorite child, so you love me the most, don't you?
Remember, I transferred all the money you've spent on me into your account already. It includes my tuition fees from medical school, every penny of it. So you better not try to get close to Madeline to ask her for money. You have enough of it, so don't go near your daughter only when it's convenient for you. Madeline's husband is also my best friend, so it's my biggest wish for them to be happy.
Just wait, you're really abandoning your mother after all I've done to raise you?
I've explained so much to you and you still can't understand? I'm at a loss for words. Let me say it one last time. You abused us. You were never respectable parents. Instead, you people are nothing but burdens to us. Madeline and I despise you. We want you out of our lives forever. So please never come near us again. That's the only thing we want from you. I'm gonna move away soon, and I'm not telling you my address. That should make things easier. I'm also blocking your phone number. Got it? Goodbye.
No, wait, Mason. Oh, please, just give me one last chance to say something. You're doing too much. There's really no need for this. Mason! Please, Mason! You animal! Was this all part of your plan for revenge? What do you mean revenge? I would say this is more like self-defense. We need to protect ourselves from you and Dad. There's no way this isn't revenge, you ungrateful daughter. You've done nothing but shame our family. After all I've done to get closer to you, I paid a private investigator, for goodness sake. I thought that if I could just earn your in-laws' trust, I could establish ties with a family of doctors. That way you wouldn't turn your back on us and actually take care of us financially. That's all I wanted from this, and I was so close. The things you were planning all along are wretched. Didn't you listen to Mason when he told you that my husband is his best friend? My husband already knows the awful things you've done to Mason and I. He told them. He also knows that your husband was apathetic to everything and did nothing to help us. He knows everything, Helen. In fact, the idea to put you guys on a train into the opposite direction of our wedding was my husband's idea all along. Why? Why would you go this far to treat us like we're strangers to this family? We're the reason you people even exist. All I did was try my best to raise you into admirable and responsible adults. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't be happily married to a doctor. I'm not surprised by you thinking you're a good parent. I guess when you're that delusional, anything is possible, isn't it? You know, I didn't know how useful secret investigative agencies were until I tried them out. They really reveal your deepest secrets. Helen, you received $500,000 in your bank account from Mason half a year ago. That money was to repay you for the tuition fees from medical school and whatnot. You did give him a good environment to study in, after all. You received a fortune from your son because he wanted to pay you back to thank you for helping him become a doctor. And I know exactly how you used it. What are you even talking about? Are you bluffing? If this is a joke, it's certainly not a funny one. You better quit this right now, Madeline. I don't think our relationship is close enough to exchange jokes with each other, Helen. I mean, you abandoned me and you were abusive to me even before that. Helen, I know what you did. You invested heavily in cryptocurrency and ended up losing everything, down to the last penny. Is that correct? Now you're $500,000 in debt. That's what's motivating you to cozy up to me and eventually beg me for my husband's money. No, you shut up. I was told it was the best investment strategy for my assets. You can't blame me for it. I took the best chance I could get. Plus, he told me that he's an associate of my father, so it was okay to trust him. You really believe anything you're told, don't you? Now that you bring him up, I also did some investigating on him, and it turns out he's a complete fraud, a scammer. You fell for a major cryptocurrency scam. You were robbed of $500,000 in an instant. He really did a number on you, didn't he? You got beaten pretty badly. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I only realized that afterwards. I wasn't able to do anything about it. That's why I'm struggling right now, and you guys, you children are supposed to help their parents. It's only natural. It's a duty that they can't escape from. Madeline, you better pay me $1 million this instant. Do it for your mother. Do it to pay for all the things I've blessed you with. There's no way I'm doing that. What is wrong with you? Your dad and I worked so hard to have you two and raise you into adults, yet both you and Mason are emotionless savages. If I knew you two were going to turn out this way, I would have never given birth to you. You two don't deserve to live at all. What on earth did you just say to me? Enough already. Do you know how much we've been jerked around at your convenience? All the trouble you've put us through? You want me to pay for what you've blessed me with? How do you have the nerve to say you blessed me when you threw me away before I even turned 18? Well, Madeline, you're not understanding. It's not just me, Helen. It's also Mason. Do you remember what he wanted to be when he grew up? A pastry chef. That was his dream. He was so excited to try to achieve it. The first cake he'd ever eaten was the one that we bought from the convenience store. He was so moved by how delicious it was that he wanted to be able to make it by himself. Meanwhile, you hindered his dream by not letting him eat it again. Not on Christmas or even on his birthday, you'd force him to stay inside and study every day, regardless of it being a holiday. Yet you guys never cared about how we felt or what our aspirations were, not once. No, that's not true. I loved you in my own way, Madeline, and I loved Mason the best I could too. Making Mason study harder and choosing the best tutors for him. You can only do that when you love somebody, so I really did love you guys. That's not even love. You were only forcing your standards onto us. It's not love because we were never enough for you. You abused us. You seem to be treating Mason and I differently because he achieved much more than me. But the result is the same for both of us. We were always in so much pain. It was agony, but we somehow dealt with it and kept going. We won't take this anymore, though. You and Dad can't call yourselves real parents. You did everything wrong, so never show your faces to us again. Wait, oh please, Madeline, no. What's going to happen to my debt? How am I supposed to continue living in these conditions? I can't survive like this. That's not my problem, so I couldn't care less. Quit being a nuisance and figure it out on your own. Please, Madeline, you don't have to be so mad at me. Oh, please have some kindness in your heart to forgive me. I'll admit that I might have been strict to you two, but I really do love you and Mason, despite what you may think. There's no way I'll believe you. Ugh, when you say the word love, it makes me nauseous because I know you don't mean it. Too bad I couldn't take care of you, Helen. I would have loved to if you'd been a better parent to us. But I guess you don't deserve it from a child like me anyway. I'm a useless, stupid failure, remember? Mason, hi. How's your life in your new home? Are things going well?
It's going pretty well. The security in our apartment building is really strong, so we feel pretty safe here. Helen can stay away from us for sure. Madeline, you should come over sometime when you're free. My wife also wants you to visit. We haven't spent time together in a while.
Really? Oh, thanks, I will. I'm looking forward to it.
Of course, Madeline, you're my savior.
Savior? That's a little dramatic, isn't it?
I don't think it's much of an exaggeration. Remember when you used your gift money from Uncle David to buy me that cake on my birthday? The one from the convenience store? It was my first cake ever, and it meant so much to me. Because, Mom didn't celebrate birthdays. Eating it for the first time and having you celebrate with me, it's a core memory of my childhood. I'll never forget that day. Thanks, sis. Even though I've always wanted to be a pastry chef, I figured being a doctor wouldn't be so terrible anymore if it meant I could work with you.
Mason, you're also a savior to me, you know that? And you know I'm not exaggerating either. I mean it. The only reason I wasn't utterly crushed by our parents is because you were there. Because we were able to support each other. Thank you so much. Even though we had terrible luck and were born from lousy parents, I'm so proud of being able to call you my brother. I feel like I've won the lottery.
That means so much to me, Madeline. I feel the exact same way.
My parents, burdened with $500,000 in debt, searched vigorously for Mason and I and eventually found us. However, Mason's apartment building had rigorous security, so this wasn't a problem at all. They were never able to come to his doorstep. They were able to come to my house, however. My husband quickly reported them to the police, where they were apprehended. As a result, we were able to file for a restraining order. They were desperate enough to come anyway, so they faced some serious legal consequences. On top of this, our father retired and was forced to quit his job. His income, which used to be steady enough to support the household, is now zero. Allegedly, they're both working part-time jobs now. I doubt they're used to this new lifestyle, especially because Helen used to be a stay-at-home mother. And it shows their income can barely support their living costs, so they aren't making progress with their debt at all. They're getting pretty discouraged. Recently, there's been rumors of them borrowing money from loan sharks. Now, I don't know if this is true, but ever since these rumors have spread around, they haven't shown their faces at all. Anyhow, what our parents are up to doesn't matter anymore. After all these years of abuse, it's hard to believe it, but for the first time in our lives, Mason and I are finally living in peace.
Ellen, today is the day of your wedding, right? But too bad. You'll have to cancel it now. I mean, your whole house burned down, right? And it doesn't even include the fact that I hear you suffered a massive burn. And that's what you freaking get. That's your punishment.
Kira, are you not hurt? You didn't make it all the way to the wedding venue, so I was worried that you had gotten caught up in that fire or something. You had me worried sick, actually.
Huh? Who is this? I don't remember you ever being my mom, you freak. Why would you be worried about me when I've not been home in forever? You think I would just be at the house when that fire started and burnt the place down? It's not even like I've been coming home recently anyway. I can't believe you made it this far in life thinking like such a brain-dead idiot.
I'm not trying to act like your mother. I'm trying to tell you that the house was on fire and burnt down. Well, I thought that you were there. So of course I'd be worried about you. It had been so long since you last came home, so I thought this was terrible luck for you to come home when that happened. I mean, of all the times to come back to your father and I
have not been coming back to you. I would never ever go back to a house that you're living in, even if it is used to be my papa's.
But recently, more and more things from inside your room had been disappearing. Just recently, there was a photo of the family in the house that was smashed on the ground, and I assume that was all you're doing.
I don't know anything about that. Now, stop trying to assume that was me going in and out of the house when you have no evidence. Are you trying to paint me as a robber or something? Well, whatever, because right now I'm feeling really good, and I'm willing to forgive you for saying that. On the day of your wedding, your whole house burned down, and you ended up having your face badly burnt, right? That means your wedding with my papa is going to be impossible to have now, right?
But I'm at the wedding venue right now, getting ready.
What? Then who was in that house?
Ellen, I just got out of the police station. I had to be asked a whole lot of things, and that's left me completely exhausted now.
Having to spend the whole day with the police must have been tough. I'm glad to hear that you're out of there now, though. I made sure to get dinner ready for you, so please, come home safe and sound. By the way, were any of you able to figure something out about what happened?
Well, since the house started to burn pretty quickly, the police made it there before things got way too out of hand for us. Our wedding had to end up getting canceled because of it, and there seems to have been quite a few victims who were involved in the fire itself. Honestly, what should have been the best day ever for us turned into the worst day ever.
Who all ended up being involved in that fire? Now that I think about it, earlier when talking with Kira, she was saying that I had burned a large portion of my face in the fire. But that's not possible because I'm right here and completely fine.
Perhaps she mistook whoever was involved in the fire for you? And I plan to go and see that person right now to check and see if they're okay. They ended up being badly burned in the fire involving our house, so I have to hear their side of the story and see what we can do for them.
Be careful then. That fire happened on our property, and that person might hold something against us now for what happened to them.
Don't worry about me. I'm heading over there with the police so they'll be able to control the situation if it gets out of hand. By the way, when it comes to Kira, I know you just mentioned that she was talking to you earlier about the fire. However, from what the police told me, they think she was the cause of that fire. In other words, if proven guilty, she'll go to prison for arson.
What? They think Kira did that?
A camera that was just behind our house got a good view of someone who appears to be Kira going into our yard. After that video was looked into, we took a look at her credit card history and found that she went to a hardware store recently. And after asking for their footage of the front counter, we had video showing her buying a lighter and some lighter fluid. And in the yard, the firefighters found the exact same shoes she was wearing when she went to that hardware store.
No way. Then that means she's practically the one who did this to us.
That's what both the police and I are thinking. I don't ever remember raising a daughter that thought they could get away with burning down a whole entire house. I'm in shock right now and don't know how to process some of this. I get that her mother was a cheating woman who did everything she could to hide her unfaithfulness from me, but I never thought that her daughter would have the same dirty blood running through her veins.
David.
Was I the only one that wanted to think of her as a daughter? I get that I've been through a lot with her, but that house was the one place where all of her memories of family lied. If she was willing to burn that whole place down, then that means she never really cared about me being her father any.
David, I really do not ever want to see your sad, heartbroken face ever again, okay? I've seen it so much in the past that I've grown tired of it and want to make sure you never have to go through those same heartbreaking moments again. And that is why anyone who causes this sort of pain to you, I will not forgive. I'm sorry, David. I understand that in your eyes, Kira has always been this angel you've been blessed with. But in mine, she's nothing more than a complete stranger. I know what I said is very cold of me, but from what she told me, she was trying to burn me badly, like she's done to that person who's in the hospital now. Actually, I think she wanted something far worse for me. She was trying to kill me in that house fire. I'm sorry, but I don't have it in me to forgive such an awful person as her anymore.
You don't have to be sorry for what you've said, Ellen. I'm starting to think that child is really the Antichrist and that we need to put an end to her reign of terror.
The Antichrist? Well, that's another way to define her.
Actually...
Hey, you old hag. I have no idea why I'm being informed that someone filed a criminal complaint about me. Sure, I may not be your true daughter, but what do you think you're doing labeling my family as a criminal? I guess I should have known that a woman who could trick my dad has to have one hell of an ugly attitude.
Kira, I have not been trying to trick anyone, and the only reason your dad ever wanted to divorce your mom was because she had cheated on him for a long time. You are a young adult now, and I'm pretty sure your dad told you all about that stuff to make sure you would stop being upset with me.
My dad has been brainwashed by you and will say whatever words you put into his mouth. And not only did you brainwash him, but you've used him to get that divorce from my mom and have her kicked out of my life. The fact that you both talk about my mom in such a mean way is heartless of the both of you. You both are like monsters.
If you really want to hold all of that against me, then please do. But you burning down that house, you're going to have to pay for that one, Kira. Like I was saying, you are an adult now, and as an adult, that means you'll have to take responsibility for what you've done.
That house was my own house, so what's wrong with me doing what I want with my property? And wait, why the hell did you not end up getting charred in that fire? I was hoping that you'd burn up in the hottest parts of that house, so not even your bones would be left.
You don't feel guilty for what you've done at all then, do you?
Huh? People are only supposed to feel guilty when they've done something bad, right? I was just trying to get rid of some invasive and harmful insect that was in my house, so I was doing nothing wrong there.
I see. To you, all I am is this invasive animal that's ruined your family. Thank goodness we both feel the same exact way about one another then.
What?
I happen to think of you as a harmful and invasive insect myself. And considering that you're so harmful to others that you thought it'd be acceptable to burn our house down, I think it's time you get exterminated. Unfortunately, David is too nice of a man to handle you directly, So I'll be the one taking you to court instead, so that you may be locked away in prison forever. I happen to actually love your father, and I am willing to protect him with all my might, unlike your mother and you. I'm going to grind you to a pulp, so be ready for that, Kira.
I have no idea what's going on here. Does this mean that all you old hags that ended up marrying late don't know how to speak proper English or something? Because I seriously have no clue what you're going on about. Sending all these strange documents to my place isn't going to work. Most of them I've thrown right into the fireplace, so just give it up already. Half of these letters from you are just empty threats, trying to get me to go into submission out of fear that you might actually do something to me.
Don't tell me that all of those documents and letters from my lawyer you've been burning without even reading.
Oops. Well, I wasn't going to read any of those anyway, so who knows what they all were about or who they were from. And from now on, any more boring documents you guys send me, I'm going right into the trash can. Don't you know that you're killing a lot of trees by wasting all of this paper on me? I happen to actually like the environment. So how about instead of sending me anything else, you just give up and save the rest of the trees?
I'm not sure you're understanding the severity of the situation, but some of those documents that you were sent, you really needed to read. But no worries. We knew, considering the person that you are, that you'd throw them all out or burn them all anyway. So that's why we came up with a plan B.
What? What is all of this? Why are there a bunch of papers from you arriving at my workplace? I was called into my boss's office over all these papers, and now there are rumors spreading about me all around the office. They're all calling me a criminal now, and that's all because of you.
I just wanted to let the company know that it's not good for their public image if they continue to allow an arsonist to work for them. Also, had you not gone and burned all of those documents we were sending to your place, then we wouldn't have had to start sending them to your workplace too. It's all your fault that we've had to use up more paper than was needed. That makes you less friendly towards the environment than you were trying to make yourself seem.
All of this unnecessary crap isn't going to work for you. Also, considering that a place was my home and this is a family problem, there's no reason for people like the police to be getting involved. The police cannot get involved in private affairs like ours. Don't you get that?
For some reason, I think you're a bit confused about a lot of this. You left the house when I moved into it, and the name on the place is David's. In other words, when it comes to the legal documents regarding the place, it is David's and not yours at all. Which means you burning down the whole place was a crime. Also, since you were the one that committed such arson, you are also responsible for the people you hurt. Therefore, you have more to pay for than just that house. So please, come forward, and don't make things far worse for yourself.
You think I can come forward now? Because of you, I'm being told that I might have to leave work unpaid for a while. I only just got out of college, and yet now I might end up losing my first job because of you. You better give me some money for the damages you've caused to me.
In my case and David's, we no longer have a house because of you. And that wasn't all that was lost in the fire. I hope you didn't think the only thing you'd be losing after that was your job and some money, because that would be very ignorant of you, Kira.
Huh? What the hell do you mean by that?
What I'm saying is, it's going to take a lot more from you before you can be forgiven for the crimes you have committed. Unfortunately, I think that's going to require you to rot in hell for some time. But I think I'm really going to enjoy hearing your screams, so lucky me.
Dad, help me! That bitch of an old hag has just cost me my job! Listen to me, Dad! Everything that old hag is saying about me is just her delusions. She's crazy! Dad, you need to open your eyes and run away from her.
The only one that needs to open their eyes here is you, Kira.
What?
I can sort of understand why you chose to make Ellen your enemy after your mom had to go and I decided that I wanted to get married to her next. But the reason your mom had to go was because she cheated on me. So you need to cut that crap of trying to twist the truth all the time so that you have a reason to blame Ellen and make her seem like the villain. Just accept the truth already, please.
So she's still lying to you. I'm your daughter, Dad.
It's because you're my daughter that I had to do the hardest thing ever, and that was showing you the evidence that your mom had been cheating on me.
Things like evidence can be easily faked in this day and age. If anything, the woman in that picture you said was Mom at a hotel could have been anyone that you photoshopped Mom's face onto.
Would you shut the hell up already? I don't care what you think or what you say. What's really drawn the line for me is the fact that you burned down our house.
I did that in order to open your eyes to the truth, Dad. You can call me the bad guy all you want, but what I did was the correct thing to do. I'm sure you can't see that because you're still brainwashed by that bitch, but I'm telling you that I did the right thing. When you finally manage to open your eyes back up, you'll see that too. And then you'll thank me for all my hard work. I've already been giving this all I've got, but burning down the house the old hag took from us and trying to kill her as well in it. I want to know how she didn't get burnt in that fire. I made sure that she was in there before I went and lit the fire.
Wait a second, so you lit that fire knowing damn well there was already a person inside the house?
Well, of course, Dad. I was using the house as a way to get that old bitch killed.
Unbelievable. You're just a murderer then. I can't believe the girl that I put all my sweat and tears into raising would do such a thing.
Because you raised me with all your heart, Dad. I'm making sure that our family remains pure and free of any outsiders, okay? Don't worry about a thing. I'll make sure to get everything back to the way it was with Mom around. I'll make sure that we can go back to the past, where it was you, Mom, and me, all living together as one happy family. Okay?
That's impossible now. Kira, I have definitive evidence pointing to your mom cheating on me from years of her doing that behind our backs.
Come on. You're going to continue talking about all of that now? What kind of fabrication do you have to show me this time? I'll prove to you that all that evidence is all lies.
Blood.
What?
I'm talking about our blood relation to one another. You and me, we're not even related by blood.
What? Huh? What do you mean by that? No, come on, Dad. Why would you be saying jokes like that to me now? That wasn't even funny at all.
I wish something like this was a joke. Kira, at the beginning of all this, I never wanted to doubt your mom and suspect her of having been with another man. But there was something that changed my mind about you guys, and that was the way you spoke.
The way I spoke? I don't remember saying anything that would have caused you to think that Mom was cheating.
No, I don't mean that you said anything strange to me. Just the way you acted was different from what I expected from my daughter. And after having a talk with your mom about your blood type...
What are you talking about, Dad?
When you were in elementary school, you went and had your blood drawn. And when you came home that day, you told me that your blood type was A. But when I spoke with your mom about you, she told me your blood type was B.
And so what? Who really cares about a child mistaking their blood type when they're that young and don't even know what it means? And I'm sure there are plenty of people who have their blood type change.
Kira, I have a blood type of O. And your mom has a blood type of B. There should be no way for her and I to have had a child with a blood type of A.
What?
Of course, the first time you said that, I just assumed that you'd made a mistake and that your mom was right about you having B. But for some reason, you just continued going on about how you were a blood type A and wouldn't listen to me. So when I started to think about the possibility, I went and had a DNA test done. And the results from that test? Genetically, I was not your dad.
No way. That would make me the child of a man besides you then, right? Does that mean Mom was with another man before she had me?
That's right. But when I finally figured out the truth, you were still very, very young. Sure, you may not be my child by blood, but I still viewed you as my daughter and wanted to raise you as my own. That's why I made sure not to talk with your mom about her cheating on me until you were older and I could trust it was time for a divorce. I didn't want you to end up in a situation of having divorced parents at a young age, Kira. So I chose the path of taking care of you like my daughter rather than tearing the family apart right in front of you. And years later, when I finally did decide to divorce your mom, I made sure not to say anything about the blood type evidence I had gathered. I didn't want to break your heart then.
No way. That's what was happening? Why would you tell me that at a time like this? This should have been something you kept secret to your grave.
Because I no longer see you as my daughter anymore.
What?
I should have known that you would end up just like the monster I had divorced before, your mom. I mean, you have her blood flowing through you after all. When you told me that you burned down my house willingly, I knew that you were not my daughter anymore. Also, you just told me you did it thinking that Ellen was inside the house. You just confessed to the fact that you were attempting to murder her, Kira. I'm repulsed by you. I don't ever want to be around you again. I'm going to cut all ties I have to you, and from here on out you can forget me ever giving you any more of my support. Get the hell out of my life, please.
Why would you say something so heartless to me, Dad? I burnt your house down to save you, Dad. Can't you see that? Had I just made sure to have killed her in that fire, then none of this would ever be happening to me now. I have to make that bitch disappear.
Even after all of this, you're still going on about how you have to kill her?
Don't get in my way, Dad. I just lost my job because of that old hag, and that's going to leave me with no money, and I'll be screwed. This is the only thing I have left that I can do to save my skin. I can make sure that my mom gives me whatever support I need later on. But until I go back and talk with her, I have to kill Ellen. And the fact that you just told me you want to cut ties to your own daughter, that means the brainwashing is really taking a hold of you. So I have to hurry up and act fast.
Kira, that's tough to listen to. You thinking that you can go back to your mom and get something from her? There's no chance you're ever going to see her again.
What? Why's that? Mom has always made sure to pay the child support. And just recently she was sending me some money as an allowance. Don't tell me that, bitch! Did she start talking to Mom as well? And it started brainwashing her too?
Ellen has nothing to do with this. Kira, you've really never been very good at understanding the severity of some situations. In that fire you started where you saw a woman with her face burnt, that woman was your mom.
What? That was Mom? There's no way that was Mom. Why the hell would Mom be in your house of all places at that time?
Actually, your mom has recently been coming into the house without telling anyone. She was coming in to steal our things.
You're calling Mom a thief now?
That's what she is. And all of the things she would steal from our place was your things from your bedroom. At first we had thought that you were the one coming home and taking all of those things from your room at night. But when I found your mom in the hospital after the fire, I was in shock.
Mom's in the hospital? That's not good, Dad. I have to go and see her right now.
I just said that you won't be seeing your mom anymore. Your mom is mentally unwell right now, and that's why she's having to be kept at the hospital.
What?
Back when I went there to see who had been injured in the house fire, I saw her in that bed and was still able to talk with her. We were able to talk things over with one another about what happened, but she was in serious shock due to her burns and from what she had heard from you. When she was in the house stealing more of your things and pictures, she could hear your voice outside screaming something before you lit the place up. It's all your fault that my life is in ruins. Now burn in hell for it, you old bitch! That's what your mom heard before the first floor of the house was engulfed in flames. I can see now why after some time of talking with her, she wasn't able to communicate anymore. The shock of what she's been through has taken hold of her mental well-being.
No, wait! What I said then wasn't meant for Mom. I love Mom so much and would never. That was not meant for Mom to hear.
Do you think that you can get away with saying things like that, even if it's not meant for your mom? You were saying that with the intent of alerting Ellen before killing her in that fire. You're the devil. All you seem to bring to others is pain and suffering when you're around.
You have it all wrong, Dad. I was just trying to protect our family from the old hag. I have to go and tell Mom that I wasn't talking about her. Let me go and see her, Dad, okay? Dad, please, let me go to see her. Dad? Dad! Please, get the police off my tail right now. I promise that as long as you get them off me, I'll pay you whatever you want. I'll listen to whatever you have to say to me, and I'll promise that I'll no longer rely on you guys for money. Please, Ellen, I don't want to be taken away to prison.
If it isn't Kira. So now you're deciding to get in touch with me again? I heard the whole story about what you were wanting to do from David. You weren't just trying to burn down the house, but you were trying to kill me too. That means you were attempting to murder me through arson. I don't really want to talk to someone that wants to kill me anymore.
I'm not able to get in touch with my dad anymore, so you're the only person I can talk to now. I promise to not get in the way of your marriage anymore, and will disappear. If I'm taken away by the police and have to go to prison for this, then I will never be able to find any work when I get out. So please, don't ruin my life like that.
Everything always has to be about you. Did you know that I was really trying to understand why you didn't want me marrying your dad? And that I was totally okay with you hating me for very strange reasons? But what I came to learn is that the reasons why you hated me and didn't want me to be a part of the family was because you were warping your own reality. To the point that you made me into this villain that you had to kill in order to save a family that didn't even exist anymore. I started to feel there was no way I could play nice with you anymore. And after what you done to my home, I knew I had to put you in your place. Through putting you in some debt, of course.
What? In some debt?
All of those documents you had burned up? Some of the things in there were referring to the settlements you now owe for destroying the house. Did you not see any of those papers either? You just went and torched a house that was worth millions on the market, as well as ruined a lot of the plant life on the land. That right there is going to cost you a fortune to pay off, and why you would be living in debt for the rest of your life, I'm pretty sure. You'll also have to pay your mom for the injuries you caused her head and back, so I hope you're ready to have to pay off close to $100 million in settlements. And don't think you can try to figure out another deal, because all of those numbers went through a judge and are legally bound now.
No way. I have to pay off $100 million? There's absolutely no way I can pay all of that off in my lifetime.
It doesn't matter if you can or can't. Really, we don't even expect you to be able to. We just want to make sure that you never have a chance of living a free life ever again. And putting you in an inescapable debt is one way of doing that. What you burned down wasn't just a house, but a place filled with memories that David cherished with his life. You're going to have to pay with your life for that, in other words. But don't worry, you'll still be getting fed and housed after this. The prison system may be a hellish place for many to have to live, but at least it beats having to die out in the cold streets. Although you may start to beg for your life to end while you're in there.
Ellen, I know it's been a month now, but Kira is finally being sent to the state penitentiary. She will be there for the next 15 years, and there's no bail for her either, so I don't think she's getting out before then.
So things are really finished with her then?
I guess this means that I never really had any family back then after all. Even the girl that I thought I could have as my daughter was a monster and tried to have the love of my life killed. I feel like I've wasted so much of my life away raising her. What a terrible father I am. I don't think there's any man on this planet that can call himself a father after watching the person they raised go to prison.
David, I completely understand why you're feeling very upset right now, but I want you to only look forward. You're still a dad after all.
Yeah, I guess in some ways I am. Even if she was never truly my daughter, I was still her dad and should be acting as such.
What? That's not what I meant by that, David. I'm sorry, I may have phrased that really poorly.
Then what did you mean to say?
This is going to seem like it's coming out of the blue, but I'm pregnant, David.
What?
And of course, this is your kid. If you can't trust me on that, then please, by all means, get a DNA test done.
I would never not trust you. You've never lied to me before, because you are too pure of a person for that.
So you're really going to believe me then? Thank you so much. I know it's not the most flattering thing to be pregnant at my age, and we haven't even had a wedding or anything quite yet.
That's not a problem for me, though. How about once our kid is a bit older, we have that wedding?
Sure. I guess we can do that.
So I'm finally going to have a real family. I can't thank you enough for sticking through everything that's happened with me, Ellen.
Don't start thanking me for anything just yet. There is still plenty of time for me to leave you. But don't think that that's ever going to happen, because you're the love of my life, and I want to experience everything that marriage has to offer with you. A day or so after I last texted with Kira, the police were able to find her and arrest her at a gas station where she had been hiding in the bathroom from them. She had tried to call me from the county jail when she was booked, but was not able to get through to me as I went and muted her number. And after listening to the very long and rude voicemail she had left for me, I blocked her number completely, as well as the number from the jail, so that I'd never even have to think about her calling me again. Nobody ever paid the bail money that Kira had on her while she was sitting in county jail awaiting all of her trials to be completed, and in the end was sent to the state penitentiary by the judge, where she'll stay for the next 15 years. Of course, there won't be anyone going there to visit her during her stay, and she'll have to rot away knowing that this all happened because of her horrific actions. And when those 15 years are up, she's going to have something even more scary to face, and that's all the debt she's racked up from the settlements she had to pay. She'll be in her 40s by that point, and with a very small chance of finding any decent work then. I'm not sure she'll ever have all that debt paid off. In other words, the life of Kira is pretty much over with, and she has now started her descent into what is truly going to be hell for her. When things came to Kira's mother, she had to be transferred to a mental hospital after most of her burns were healed up, where she would stay for another few months receiving treatment for her shock. She developed PTSD to things like fire and wouldn't even go in the same room with a candle in fear that it could burn the whole place down at any moment. Luckily, she was able to be put on a drug to settle her nerves a little, but once she's out of there, she's still going to have years of recovery to go through before she can move around with her scarred skin causing her so much pain. As for David and myself, after 9 months had passed, we had our first baby together, and it's a healthy little boy. I'm sure having to raise a son, let alone any baby, is going to be tough for the both of us, but considering that David does have some experience with babies, I think I'll be alright. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.